All right, picture this. You're on a bus, it's late at night, the road is pitch black, snaking through this dense, totally silent forest. And then bam, the bus breaks down. You are stranded in the absolute middle of nowhere. This is exactly where our dive into a really chilling piece of Indian folklore begins.
So as the passengers from that broken down bus start to climb out, a single motorcyclist just appears out of the darkness. He gives them this one cryptic warning before peeling off into the night, talking about something called the chakwa, or as it's more widely known, the Chhalava.
And with that one creepy warning, the stage is set for a night of pure terror. But it leaves this one crucial question just hanging in the air. What in the world is this thing that supposedly haunts the lonely highways of India after the sun goes down? To really get the horror of these stories, we first have to figure out what this creature at the heart of them even is.
Right off the bat, the name tells you everything you need to know. Chhalava literally means deception or illusion. This isn't just your average ghost. It's a spirit whose main weapon is messing with your reality. It's a master of illusion, born from a really tragic backstory.
So think of these as the basic rules of the game. When you're dealing with a Chhalava, it doesn't just chase you, it creates a whole personal nightmare just for you. You're not just lost, you're stuck in a loop, driving down the same stretch of road over and over and over again, all while your own fear is literally making it stronger. Your only hope is to survive until sunrise.
So how does this thing actually hunt? How does it take a simple road trip and turn it into this desperate fight for your life? Well, it turns out its process is chillingly methodical. And get this, our source material talks about a particularly nasty version, the Amavas Chhalava. Now this one, it doesn't bother with lone travelers. No, it prefers a bigger prize. It hunts large groups, and it uses their numbers against them.
And this is its terrifying playbook. It doesn't just attack from the outside, it infiltrates. It has a clear 5-step plan. Pick the weakest link, scare them to death, literally, then possess their body. After that, it just slides right back into the group, wearing their face. From there, it turns their greatest strength, trust, into their biggest weakness.
The Chhalava's power is all about making you completely doubt your own senses. It can create an entire village out of thin air just because it heard one of the passengers say its name. It builds a whole world around you that's specifically designed to lead you to your doom.
But, as scary as the looping roads and the phantom villages are, that's not even the worst part. The real horror kicks in when you finally realize the enemy isn't outside in the dark, it's standing right next to you. This question right here is the absolute core of the Chhalava's psychological horror. Once it's possessed someone, the hunt turns inward. The monster is now one of you. So what do you do? And what's wild is that we see this exact same pattern play out in 2 totally different stories from our sources. In one, it takes over a quiet student named Sham. In another, it's the birthday boy, Adi. But the method is identical. The Chhalava's real goal isn't even to kill everyone itself. It's to get humans to become their own executioners. And this leads to one of the most bone-chilling lines in the whole story. The possessed student, Sham, he only reveals himself after he successfully tricks another student into murdering his own uncle, because he convinced him the uncle was the monster. The deception is just absolute. So, okay, you're up against an enemy that can read your mind, warp your reality, and wear your friend's face. Is it even possible to survive something like that? Well, the folklore gives us a pretty grim answer, but it's a clear one. Yeah, there's no magic spell here, no dramatic exorcism. The only way to break the curse and escape the illusion is to destroy the vessel the Chhalava is hiding in. You have to kill your friend. So survival has nothing to do with being strong and everything to do with being observant. You have to use cold, hard logic. You have to look for the tiny cracks in the Chhalava's performance. In the stories, the survivors only figure it out when they catch the imposter in a small lie, or they notice a cruel little smile at exactly the wrong moment. And in these tales, the survivors only start to win when they stop panicking and start analyzing. They have to put all the little pieces together, identify who the imposter is, and then they have to find the courage to do what needs to be done. But here's one last really fascinating twist. By killing the monster, the heroes are actually setting a tormented spirit free. The lore says that when a Chhalava is finally outsmarted and defeated by a human, its whole cycle of torment ends and it finally achieves mukti, or liberation. It adds this surprising layer of moral complexity to a truly terrifying story. So after all of that, what are we supposed to take away from this deep dive into folklore? What's the story really trying to tell us? See, the Chhalava might be a supernatural creature, sure, but the real horror it unleashes, that's 100% human. It's our own paranoia, our own suspicion, and our terrifying ability to turn on each other the second we get scared and confused. And that kind of leaves us with one last really unsettling thought. If everything you see could be a lie, and the enemy is wearing the face of someone you love, would you be able to see through the deception, or would you just become another victim of the hunt?